Yo, yo, yo! Back at it again. Another edition of the Internet Smarks People Show. You already know what time it is. Here with my boy Chuck and Big. Yo, Chuck, Big, you there?
Yo,
About to be lit with another edition. Here we're gonna do a little recap of the past pay-per-views. This past week of Raw, SmackDown, NXT, going into the future shit, brand split, AJ's turn, all of that good shit. Before we get into anything about WWE, though, we know we got to give our shout out to the great R.I.P. Muhammad Ali. Sad
facts,
day in boxing.
facts,
Greatest
the
of all
greatest.
time. I don't
Yo,
want to hear nothing that nobody got to say about that man. All this craziness, all these racist ass people trying to bring comments out after the man died. I will shove my foot in your ass for trying to be stupid.
facts.
At the end of the day, pay respects.
That's a
Y'all got
fact.
anything you want to
Ali was
say?
the greatest of all. That's a fact. Like, it ain't no debate. You think about American athletes, like, this dude was, like, literally the greatest athlete walking the face of the earth. Like, all you gotta do is look at the tape. This dude was, like, he was Floyd before Floyd. He was talking that shit before battle rap was talking about talk that shit. Like, he was everything. But then crossed over and fucking transcended life, my nigga. Like this dude,
Exactly. He went past
all that,
boxing.
and then he was quiet for like 20 years because of Parkinson. Like
Hmm.
a dude that couldn't even talk no more and still like had an impact. So you gotta give that RIP up. I don't want to hear nothing about him either. That's remotely wrong with him. Like he lived his life the way he wanted. So you can't do nothing
That's a
but
fact.
respect that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Facts. Like I said, rest in peace to the great Ali. Shit, not gonna be the same without him. But moving into this week, we had the return of the great Seth Rollins showing out.
CrossFit Jesus.
He made the surprise comeback, popping out, showing that he's going right back to the top again. Well deserved for him to get his title shot back because he, like it been said, he didn't lose it in the first place. The man got injured and now he got to fight for it back. I like the attitude that he came back with too. He's fucking with the fans. They all want him to be a face. He tried to get them all to shout for him and then turns around and be like, I don't need the cheers. Like, that shit is funny too. So, how we feeling about Seth coming back?
Shit. Seth Rollins, that's the dude, son. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't on front. I didn't really like his character, but it was like the way he got injured. I was like, damn, like this is like the top hill of the company, and he got injured fucking around with Kane and shit. Like, it's just, you know what I mean, well documented, my dude. Like, this is why Kane is not on TV. They scared to put Kane back on TV. He might injure Seth again. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking crazy. So
Injury prone.
I'm glad he came back as a heel too. By the way, that was actually a great move. He didn't need to be a face. Like for what?
Exactly. Yeah, the people want, like, they were just feeding to push that, but they didn't need it. If everybody goes face, then what the hell? It's like the fans are trying to make this whole switch of the people that should be face being heel and the people that should be heel being face. They gotta stop trying to force that shit and just let wrestling be wrestling.
That's
Not
a
all of
fact.
it needs to be
Yeah,
reality based. Or Seth Rollins got hurt and he had a lot of love from the fans, so when he come back, he should be a good guy. Nah, let him rock. His character is a bad guy. Let him be his character. Don't try to make him into a different person now.
yeah.
That's a fact.
I feel like he'll make that transition into a face because I just feel like they're gonna go with him and Roman for a little bit. I feel like they're slowly turning Roman heel, and just the way that they have all these, like the documentary with him is how he overcame his injury and all that. I just feel like they wouldn't do that if you were a heel. Like, what heel do we have an hour-long documentary on their struggle to return back to health?
No,
Like,
nobody. Not at least not
I
till
don't know.
after they retired.
They're giving us reasons to cheer for him.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's one thing that is true. They are really trying to push people to, like, they're trying to push people to make someone into something. And this is exactly what you say. It's
Yeah.
kind of a brainwash with that kind of stuff, the documentaries and the commercials and everything else. Like they're already
Yeah.
noticing that people, and that's the same thing where they fucked up with Roman because they were trying to force people to like Roman. And then it
Yeah.
became a thing where like, don't tell me what to do. You're not gonna make me like somebody, so now we just don't like him because you're trying to push him way too hard. If, like I said
Yeah.
before, if it would have let him naturally transition the way he was doing before, just being known as an ass kisser, people would, I mean, ass kisser. That's what he is now, an ass kicker. If he was just known as an ass kicker like he was back in the day, like, no, I can't even say back in the day because it was just last year. People loved Roman last year for kicking ass. That's what he was
Yeah.
known for. The quiet guy that would just pop out, and he was the muscle of the Shield, and everybody knew when he came in, he was like, look, that big shit just dropped too. He's thinking about Roman being a good guy and being loved, made that shit drop.
It's usually me.
Right? It's just a vibe that it comes. Something got to go down whenever you start talking good about Roman. But
Yeah,
that
that's a
was his
fact.
best run when they gave him that push of him being the quiet muscle. As soon as they're trying to make him talk people into liking him, it didn't work out, and that's what he fucked up. And that's what they're trying to do with Seth. And they need to leave it alone. Just let Seth be Seth. People gonna love him regardless. Like you could tell, people just like Seth. His style,
Yeah.
the way that he is, his character. We don't have the last person that acted like Seth that I liked, aside from Jericho, was Edge. Like that's the last person I can remember with that kind of attitude that just irks people.
Yeah.
You know, the ultimate opportunist type thing that he just takes every chance he could get to get his title back. And that's the last person I remember being like that was Edge.
Yeah,
And
that's a
like you said, they
fact.
didn't promote Edge like that until after he retired. They didn't used to show him that kind of love while he was still wrestling.
Yeah. And then he wound up
That's a
turning
fact. I
face
did.
at the end. You know, we're gonna see what up with that though, cause Seth is great. You know what I mean? And then when you see him working the house show, he ain't lose a step. So he good to go. It's on Roman, cause Roman's trash. I'm sorry, he's trash. He's like super trash. Like I don't even want to start on
They ODing with him, bro. Like I seen they had a live event, like I think on Friday or Saturday, and it was a triple threat match with Roman, AJ Styles, and Seth, and Roman won that match. Like how do you end up
Was he?
beating a match with Seth and AJ? Like you got two heels against you that you know is gonna do anything it takes to win a match, and you still come out and what he won with a regular spear. And he didn't even do nothing crazy. AJ went to go for the phenomenal forearm. He jumped over Roman, came off the ropes, and Roman speared him, and match was over. Like that's the type of shit. Like at least if you're gonna have him win a match, you gotta make it like he overcame something, not just like he gets put in 50 million finishers, and then all of a sudden they only take one spear, and the next guy can't get up. Like his move is generic too. It's not a move that he made up that it should be so great. Like how many people have speared up to now? You've had Batista, you've had Edge, you've had Goldberg. All of these spears, like a spear is not that dangerous. For them to be playing it off like a spear alone is supposed to completely take everybody out. When Roman can handle 3, 4 finishers from everywhere.
Can't forget his punch. He has a punch.
Oh, he
So
has a punch.
it's a punch. You know. So
You can't
I
forget
just
he
want
has a
And those
punch.
clotheslines as well. The, that's four
he
moves.
has
What
a
else does he have?
punch.
I don't know
That
what else
he
he
has a
got.
super
Ugh. He might
trash.
as well fucking do the 5 finger John Cena shit. You can't see me. Bullshit ass tap you on your forehead, and that shit's supposed to be a move. Like man, shit like that pisses me the fuck off. But
Man,
anyway,
if I ever see Cena win with that five knuckle shuffle, man, oh my god.
yeah,
I ain't
I've
even
been
talking
watching a
about that.
lot of old matches. I'm telling you, I know I'm gonna find one in there where he's won a match of that 5 knuckle shuffle. I know there's gotta be one.
He's oh my god.
There's gotta be one. I
At
seen
least
matches
go
and
into the
there people won
STF
with a
after
drop
that.
kick, so that shit was crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Older wrestling is hilarious when it comes to the finishes. I see people finish matches with a suplex. Like they ain't even do nothing crazy. Well, since we were speaking on the heels and AJ being a heel now, we're gonna transition into that. How we feeling about the AJ heel turn? I'll bring it up first. I was happy to see it because I was kind of pissed when they were showing like a division with him and the club already. I was like, I didn't feel like it was smart for them to start that storyline and then just cut it off. This was a way better way for them to push the club, having all three of them be evil now. because that's what originally was, where it came from. So let them be play that proper character and just be a new takeover. I'm still looking to see how long it's gonna be before they bring Finn in, but this situation right now, I could handle it going on for a while because there's a lot of different combinations they could use with the club. I don't want to see them go against Roman and his little family anymore. So I'm glad they separated that situation and got AJ out of that storyline. Them against a New Day is gonna be great. That's a thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Because that's three dudes. You got muscle, you got a fast guy, and you got high flyers all in groups. So it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
But how are we feeling about AJ's heel turn?
I think it was perfect. I think he should have came in as a heel to begin with. So, for them to do it now was like, all right, but to do that whole thing where they broke up and then got right back together, that was kind of corny to me. But I understood the premise of the situation. But I'm glad he went heel. I think he actually likes being a heel better than a face. So, when you in TNA being a face for so many years, more or less, and then he started getting, to me, better when he turned into a heel when he's in TNA. So, yeah, I'm actually with it. I mean, I ain't gonna talk about TNA. They trash too. But, we could get into that another day or whatever. But, yeah, I like the club right now. You know what I mean? They're actually putting in that work again. But it all comes down to the pay-per-view, man. You gotta win on the money shows. Like, all this fucking winning on Raw and SmackDown is fucking terrible. Win on the money shows. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Win time to win.
I feel like it was a good turn. It's a good way to not just getting lost in the shuffle.
Exactly. That's what I was worried about. I felt like they were gonna do that with AJ because especially when Seth returned, like that, I felt like they were gonna drop AJ all the way out of his storyline, like just start him back either in a Continental run or a U.S. title run, where it would have just people would have just stopped caring. But in this situation, it keeps they're figured out a good way to keep more than one person at the top of the list. Because right now there's at least 4 or 5 people that people are looking at as like the top guy in the company. There's really no number one guy. As much as they want to say is Roman, there's really not. Like there's multiple number one guys in the company right now that could carry the company on their back with no problem. And I'm honestly feeling like a lot of the stuff that they've been doing with these short storylines is because of injuries. Like a lot of the people returning from the injuries, people leaving because of injuries. The way the thing happened with Enzo getting hurt, and they had to switch the whole tag team thing. So now with Enzo being back, they could go back and start that storyline again, and New Day could get moved up if they finish losing their titles or any type of situation like that. They got a good run now against the club. Like it's not like they lose the titles and then go back to the bottom. New Day loses those titles, they still gonna be great against the club. It's a great storyline. And then we can't forget before we get into it, with the return of Cena and AJ getting at him now, we don't know who's gonna join Cena, and if it is the New Day, it's gonna be a 4th person with the club too. So that's another good thing we're gonna be looking forward to. But since we brought it up, another return, the infamous John Cena try to come with his Memorial Day speak for the soldiers talk, and ended up leaving with a quadruple ass whooping from the same man. Shout out to AJ for constantly coming back and doing it again. Like I was
I don't even
telling
want to
Chuck the
laugh
other
at it.
day, I was showing my boy the shit. He don't even watch wrestling like that, and I was just showing him NXT people. And the clip of AJ going back to the ring and beating up on John Cena popped up, and he's like, "Yo, I know homeboy ain't gonna go back." And I was like, "Yep." And then he came, he's like, "All right, he done now, right?" And he went back again. He's like, "Yo, how many times is he gonna go back in that ring and whoop on him?" I was like, "Yo, these dudes is coming. They not playing. These new dudes is coming in to really show you got to fight for your spot, and they really fighting for it." AJ's really pushing that heel shit strong. Look, John Cena ain't make the kind of comeback he expected, though. Shout out to him for coming back, but at least this time, he ain't going to get the same kind of look like he did before. This is the first time they brought him back with an ass whooping.
Chuck, you could talk about Cena. I don't want to talk about that, man. Go ahead, Chuck. You got that. You got that, bro. I know. I understand, bro. Greg, you got it.
Get that man some water.
It annoys people to talk about him. I understand.
No.
Fucking
I
annoying.
was just thinking in my head right now about how much I don't want to see him hold a title ever again. Unless it's the U.S. title only because I want to see the fact that he puts it up every week. But other than that, there's really no. I don't want to see him at the top no more. I've had enough years of this.
How
At least take
many
like 4 years off before you ever get a title again.
how many title reigns is he away from breaking Flair's record?
Ain't he tied with it right now?
So nah, he's at 15 right now. So he basically need one more to tie, and then so he really need like 2 more runs, and he's gonna get it, and then he's gonna retire. It's fucking disgraceful. Like I don't know, man. I'm ready for that motherfucker to be gone, son.
Tell
Like
you, but that's the same shit I feel like they're doing with Roman, which
yeah,
I already don't like. Like there should be no reason why he should have so many title runs already in this short amount of time. Like none of them was long
yeah,
lasting.
he's
These
a freak.
little fucking get the belt, lose it the same night.
Yeah, he's
Fucking
trash.
bullshit
Roman's
runs.
trash. Cena trash. You know, it's like you know, trash, man. But Cena's back. Unless he's gonna do the job to AJ, which he might do once, and just make it the whole 2016 version of him versus Kevin Owens, where KO got that first win and then literally lost the next two. Still
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful.
That's
And
the shit I be
one
talking about. When 1 minute is a dude to kick your ass easy, and then the next day all of a sudden a finger poke could knock him out. Like what the fuck? And that's one person they can't do that with is KO because he's known to just fucking whoop and hard hitting. Like you can't have a man like that busting ass and then all of a sudden Cena just gotta do one thing after getting his ass whooped for 15 minutes and he just gotta do one thing to beat him. Like that shit don't make sense to me. If you're gonna have endings like that, at least don't make the match go that way. Make them be the strong point for the majority of the match or at least half of it. But to make a dude be strong 99% of the match and then just lose off an easy move, that shit is bullshit.
nah, that go though. That's WWE. You feel me? That's how that
Going
go.
into the them storylines with that shit, Seth and Roman's match. I don't even know how shit's gonna go down with this one. I feel like Seth needs the belt back. The scary part is if Seth gets the belt back, they're gonna still try to hold Roman there to get another title run again, which I don't want. Like I feel like Seth needs to get back into the spot that he didn't finish when he was there in the first place. If he gets that title back, I hope
Yeah.
it ain't no short run again where they just end up being a long ass rivalry between him and Roman. I don't want it. I don't want to see that. Like I don't even know if I even want to see the Shield get back together. Like people keep predicting that there's gonna be a future like another joining of the Shield. That's something I don't think I want to see again. Like I think it's fine the way that it is. Like I can't see them having this much beef with each other and then being friends again. Like it really wouldn't work out. But then again, we did see the Bullet Club jump AJ out on their last show, and then the next time they was together, they was best friends again. But that's on two different shows, so that's the difference in it. Who y'all feel is gonna walk out with the belt that night?
Means Seth versus Roman is actually gonna be good. It's just gonna be if they're gonna give Seth the belt. I don't think they're gonna give it to him. I actually think they might end up winding up being on different shows. You know what I mean? But it'll make a great rivalry for at least two pay-per-views.
Yeah,
So
they might try to drag it on to
I think
SummerSlam.
they might give
There
it.
we go.
Yeah, they might. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, if they're on different shows, then I think you'll know by the time the next pay-per-view comes. So wait, yeah, after Money in the Bank, the pay-per-view after Money in the Bank, because the draft was to be July 11th. So they're
Mm.
gonna put on some good matches, but it's just Roman, man. I don't know. They act like they don't want to take the belt off him, but I don't think he's gonna hold the belt to WrestleMania. So That'll actually be the good thing about all of this shit. He's not gonna. Everybody keeps saying he's gonna break CM Punk's record. No, he's not. I don't
Shit,
see
man,
that.
I don't see the hell no.
I don't see it happening. But
Not with the hell he's getting from these fans. No way I can hold up with the man.
exactly. So I mean, it's gonna be a good match, but we'll see as far as when the draft actually happens. Like what's really once you get a more better idea of who's gonna be where, then you know what I mean. We'll see. But they might fuck around and be on the same show, and then they're gonna just ride through the SummerSlam. If they do decide to take the belt off, then that'd be a good place to take the belt off at SummerSlam
True.
in Brooklyn. I might add that'd be a great place to do it.
I'm about to go in and look to see what's the date of the next pay-per-view after the draft, because thinking about that's really going to control what the storylines are looking like from between this pay-per-view and the next.
That's true.
If the draft is happening and then right after is the next pay-per-view, then you already know whatever is going to go down on this Money in the Bank shit is just exactly what leads up to what happens after the split. Because I honestly think they should have had 2 Money in the Bank matches, but they didn't have made it sure for a fact if it's going to be 2 different belts yet. Because at least if it was known that there's going to be 2 different titles, then they could have at least had 2 different Money in the Bank matches starting now. Because that's going to be the only awkward part is that they didn't have the brand split. Like, is it really only going to be one of them had the title? Like, and then what SmackDown people, what they working toward if they don't have a heavyweight belt?
Yeah.
There's so many unanswered questions that's going to come up with that shit that I just don't know. I'm trying to find out here. Showing all the old pay-per-views. Money in the Bank Battleground is going to be the next one after Money in the Bank. And that's July 19th. So Battleground is the next one.
Yeah, so they might do something where they do. If they're smart, I would do like an 8-man tournament on SmackDown, and then the 2 finalists would face off at Battleground for the SmackDown title. So
Yeah.
I would actually do it like that, where your opening night is an 8-man tournament or a 4-man tournament, but I'd rather do an 8-man tournament because you could basically take up the whole show doing that. You know what I mean? And have existing storylines that just transferred over to SmackDown. So, I think that would be the better option. So, because from what it's looking like, they're not going to do split pay-per-views, which is actually smart. You know what I mean? You just basically split down the situation where you have probably 2 matches on the undercard now on a pre-show, and then have like 6 to 7 matches, depending on where the better rivalries is at. To like have the most matches on the pay-per-view. So that's what I would do. Do a tournament on your initial night, then that Sunday, crown a new champ for SmackDown. So that's what I would run with it.
That's a good idea.
Quick correction, real quick. It's July 24th, not the 19th. 19th was last year. Shit. This year, Battleground is the 24th. That's the next one. That's right after Money in the Bank.
So that was
so yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what we say is gonna make sense to do that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Just do a tournament. You know what I'm saying? Just do a little 8-man tournament. You could split it up 2 weeks and then have the finals at the pay-per-view. It just gives people something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing a fresh situation, it don't get more fresher than that. You know what I mean? So we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I was trying to
I think they're gonna have separate tag belts too.
That's another thing. Like, it's so many things that I'm wondering that's what's gonna happen when they split it. Like, title-wise, they can't. It's gonna be weird to just have everything like U.S. title on one, Intercontinental title on the other one. But if you got Intercontinental and U.S. both on Raw, then SmackDown don't got none of them. So all they left is the tag team titles and the heavyweight. It's like, so what if one gets 3 belts and the other one only got 1? Like, you can't just have 2 and 2, because then that would be weird. Like, if one just got tag team and Intercontinental and the other one got heavyweight in U.S., like, that still doesn't balance it. Women's title only on one. Now, like you said, there's enough women now to have more than one women's title. I feel like they should have a women's tag team titles. they got enough girls to do that. Like, there's just so many possibilities. But at the same time, there's so many ways they could go wrong with this shit if they separate too many of the good teams.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if New Day gonna get broken up. We don't know if the club will get broken up. We don't know what new factions are gonna get made up after this shit happens. Like, shit really could get weird.
They should break up no group besides the social outcasts. Everyone should get broken up.
Fucking sorry, I forgot they were still a group.
Break them the fuck up.
Those my, you feel me? Those my niggas.
Niggas trash.
Social outcasts.
Them niggas are so cool, man. You feel me? They entertain me more than Cena and Roman. So, you know, that says a lot.
That's funny as shit.
No insult or nothing, but you know, I don't know why they just funnier than them dudes. Like, I don't get it. You know what I mean?
I still think it's just a waste of talent with that group. Like, they shouldn't. Everybody in that group just has no connection with the next person. I still don't know how the hell they've made it together this long.
The best part
Waste
about
of fucking TV time.
They ain't got shit to do.
They ain't got shit to do.
But the brand split it's gonna be interesting though. I think they're gonna switch it up. I think they actually see everybody wants them to put the IC title on Raw. They should just put it on SmackDown. That's where the best rivalry is at right now. Move the people that's going for the IC belt, put them on SmackDown. Put the US title on Raw because you're gonna have the most dominant title in WWE on Raw anyway. So if you really want to juice up SmackDown, put the IC title over there. That's when you're gonna throw Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and them over there. You know what I mean? The tag team title, I think, is gonna go between both shows. You don't need 2 tag team belts. And the women's title, I would do the same thing as the tag team titles. Have it go on both shows. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be a lot of hassle for those sets of people to go to both shows anyway. So they already do it now. So it's not gonna be a stretch to keep doing that. You know what I mean? And you put all the fresh faces on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? The club gonna be on both shows. AJ could go over to SmackDown. You take terrible Cena, you put him on SmackDown, and then you got the. You know what I mean? And plus, I think Kevin Owens will shine on SmackDown anyway. He's one of those. To me, he's the best wrestler on the planet right now. So that's just.
I wouldn't even disagree, bro. Everything about his style is crazy. It's just 100% all around entertainer. So since we brought him up, it's one of the last topics to get into too. The Money in the Bank match. So far, I'm still confused about this shit, whether it's 7 or 6 people, because of the way they keep showing the picture. Like, sometimes they show it with 6 people, and sometimes they show 6 with the shadow for the 7th person. So I'm still waiting to find out if anybody's getting added to it. On the website, it's still showing 7. So I'm going to go there. We still waiting to find out an extra person getting added into the Money in the Bank match. Right now, all we got is KO, Alberto Del Rio, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Jericho, and Dean Ambrose. My picks. I only got 2 people that I'm juggling right now. My picks in my head, and it's J-O, KO, and fucking Cesaro. Those are the 2 that I'm juggling with. That I feel Cesaro because he deserves it after all the time that he's been trying to fight into the heavyweight division, and he's always been this close, and then ends up getting injured or has to take time off, or ends up getting turned into a tag team, so he ends up losing the heat in that. And KO because he's just that dude, and we know if he was to have the belt, it's just ridiculous the amount of energy that's gonna follow him. So that's just between the 2 that I want to see win that shit.
I got KO winning. I think that Owens doesn't need it, but he deserves it. He's been putting in crazy work. He's so good. I think he needs that. Well, he should get that, I should say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm actually going for KO too. I think it's either going to be KO or it's going to be Dean Ambrose. Ambrose is like my sleeper pick. You know what I mean? Because then that's when you can throw him back into the mix to get the Shield reunion for the WWE title. So I think if they're gonna go that route, they might give it to Dean and just have him carry it to WrestleMania. to make it that triple threat match that everybody honestly want to see. But if they don't give it to him, just give it to KO, man. He deserves it. That dude is like, I don't know, man. He's a rare breed, man. Like, he's legit awesome. Like, I don't know, man. Nigga do everything right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
make correct. Well, like, his whole persona is like, could you imagine him actually being a face? Wow. Wow. He would be over big time. That's the best part about it. He don't need to be a face. But if he was
Exactly.
a face,
You don't even have
he would be
to.
the fact.
His merch sales be through the roof. Because everybody will love him.
All that. Motherfucking talk circles around people, like, and he be dead ass serious. That's the best part about it. He be so fucking serious.
Yeah,
So
I caught the
serious
clip
shit.
when he did the shit about the Canadian shit, where he made the crowd scream USA, and it was only him and Sammy fighting. He was walking down to the ring, and he came up to the
That was
cameraman, and he was like, "Yo,
hilarious.
he's like, my mission for the night is to get the crowd to scream USA when there's two damn Canadians in the ring." He's like, "I told you."
Look at these idiots.
Look at these idiots.
And he got to do it. That's the best part. And he screams at the cameraman, "I told you." Really, my nigga? Really?
Not only that, wait, he be screaming at damn, who's that announcer that he's always getting at?
Oh, Brian Saxton, aka
Not
Coach?
Saxton, the other one.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I blinked out with his name right now.
I know you talking
Michael
about
Cole. Yeah,
Phillips.
he's getting at Cole.
Phillips.
Now Michael
Oh,
Cole.
Cole?
Every time that Michael Cole be talking, he be like, "Yo, Cole, I can hear you from here." He yelled that shit from the ring.
That's serious.
He was like, "Yo, Cole, shut up! I can hear you from here."
Oh, yeah.
That's the funny shit. They might could hear them though. That's I'm like, that's what makes
really
it so
the best.
fucking funny. Like,
He's honestly the best.
yeah, he's honestly lit for real. Cole voice is too annoying, like, not to just call it out. Like, I ain't even mad at him. Do that shit every week.
We're gonna do a quick rundown of NXT Takeover, the end. Mystery behind that title too. We don't know what is the end of, but we shall see. It could be the end of all these rivalries, or it could just be the end of NXT and everybody getting brought over to the main roster. We don't know.
They're gonna rip NXT apart first draft. I think. There's still gonna be some people there, but a lot are gonna be gone.
Shit's gonna get crazy.
Real different. They're gonna look real different. It's gonna look real different.
So looking from the bottom of the card, we got the Perfect 10, Todd Dillinger, against a new guy coming in. I don't even know how to say his first name. Andrade Cien Almas. Then you started bringing the cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Some cruiserweight dude.
Yeah.
Who you got, Chuck?
He's fighting Dillinger, right?
Yeah.
It's him and Todd Dillinger, isn't it? I mean, I really think they'll have him lose. So much hype and around his debut for him to lose. So I'm gonna go with him over Dillinger.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's gonna be the new guy, but Todd Dillinger, he is something special too. He's good. We've been talking about him since we started doing this show. Like, Todd Dillinger, son, he is good. He's good.
10, man.
Yeah, he's good. Any other time I would take Todd Dillinger, but you know what I mean, the new guy, you know what I mean. I don't even know who this dude is, but he's more than likely gonna win. But if Todd Dillinger win, I would be thoroughly surprised, and I wouldn't be mad at it. So we go to the new guy.
This one's a little harder for me because of that reason. Because it's like what Chuck said, they've been trying to promote this new guy, Hard Body. I don't know a lot about him. I'm gonna try to look up some of his matches and see what he's looking like. But we know with this whole cruiserweight thing they're about to start pushing, they might just give it to the new guy. I feel like Ty Dillinger should get it more because he's been loyal there and been putting on since he's been coming up. So I don't see why they should start putting him on the losing spree, especially not to somebody just coming in. Make it a good match and still have Ty Dillinger win. I'm going to go with Ty because I want him to win the match, but they, like we said, they might just give it to the new guy because it's giving him the push coming in. I just don't feel like it should be that way, but we shall see. The next one is the one that I'm looking forward to, Nakamura and Austin Aries. I'm going with Nakamura off the jump. I'm biased in the situation. Nakamura is that dude right now. Aries just didn't. He hasn't hyped me. I was more hyped when I found out about him coming over than I was when he got there. Like, he didn't make the impact I thought he was going to make. First night he came in, got beat up by Baron Corbin. Corbin gets the push to go to the main stage. And the rest of the time he's been there, he's pretty much haven't done nothing. Like, he was barely putting on his own. He decides to tag team with Nakamura because he wants to show what he's made of, and then Nakamura takes over the match and ends up showing that he shines more than anybody. And now he wants to fight Nakamura, and I don't think he's ready for the strong style yet. So I'm going with Nakamura straight up.
Yeah, I take Nakamura too.
Same.
I think Austin Aries push actually starts now.
Yeah, Nakamura too.
Being that the brink was about to happen, so I think this is like the setup. Austin Aries is gonna catch his footing. You feel me? And he's better off as a heel anyway. He was always better as a heel. And being a face, I think that's why he was a little off balance. He's a natural heel. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a face. So I'm giving Nakamura. That's gonna be match of the night though, by far. Even with the main event, that's gonna be match of the night.
It's gonna be fire. It's gonna definitely be fire.
25 minutes, easy. That's gonna be the match of the night.
Tag team match: American Alpha and the Revival. I'm keeping it with American Alpha. I don't feel like Revival needs those belts back yet. American Alpha busted their ass. I kind of wish the Kurt Angle would have popped out for them. Like, that would have been the perfect mixed storyline, is to have Angle come back with a new Olympic team. But American Alpha got it when it comes to the wrestling shit. Of course, they could work more. Not as bad as Mike's skills, but just the way they act. Like, dude is just too big to be that emotional. Hold back your tears. Don't be so excited about winning. Just get a little more cocky about it. And that's all they need is stronger characters. But American Alpha's got it in the ring. They got great wrestling. I like their finishers. I like everything about what they do. And I hope they keep getting pushed as a tag team. If they do get brought over into main roster, that might be a good way to have extra belts. Is to keep the NXT titles there. And then now they got 2 different tag team belts. They'll have 2 heavyweight belts because there'll be the NXT title there. They'll have 2 women's titles. It could be an idea to add into that shit, but yeah, I'm still going with American Alpha holding that shit down.
Who you got, Chuck?
I think Chuck froze out.
Oh, his joint.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he gonna come back. You could give your decision.
I mean, obviously, going for American Alpha. That's like the obvious pick. I think they're gonna have an even better match. So, the revival actually, this is gonna be their time to get called up. So, I think they're gonna put on their best match in NXT, and then they're just gonna move up to SmackDown or whatever.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking American Alpha. That's probably the easiest pick of the show, honestly. That and the
I agree. They're not gonna take the belts off American Alpha that fast. They're way too over for that to happen. Even though I like the Revival, but I just think it would be too quick to take the belts off of them.
Let's see what was after the tag match. Oh, we got the ladies, Asuka and Nia Jax. Ooh, perfect. Perfect. You got the bad thick fucking leg drop on the Chuck face, and then you got the Asuka exotic fucking knock me out.
Bruh.
I'll take it.
Bruh.
Get real on it.
Wow. Jeez.
Uh,
My nigga Chuck said, nah, Jack could drop that leg jersey.
I ain't even gonna hold. Take it, Oscar. It's too soon to take the belt off of her. Too soon.
Way too soon.
Way too soon. Way too soon.
It's gonna be a fight though.
She hasn't
This is
even
gonna be a
lost
good
yet.
fight because they both hit hard. Like that. That's what I've always want to see Oscar fight a girl bigger than her because of that reason. I feel bad for these little girls constantly getting knocked out. Oscar does not know how to hold back. All right, she don't know how to hold back when them kicks. So it's not somebody big get kicked.
She fighting somebody way bigger than her, bro.
That's why it's gonna be ill. Now, these are the times I'm mad that that girl Karma. Y'all remember Karma, right?
Yeah, I remember.
The version of Karma, though.
She's the one that, yeah. But Karma was just bigger too. But yeah, I got Oscar leaving with that one also. I agree. Too short time to take the belt out of her hands. Plus, she's too sexy. Let her rock. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? I just had to slip that in there real quick for the ladies. You know, we got the we got the main event. First time ever cage match. Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. First thing I'm looking forward to see if it's going to be a different type of cage or if it's going to be a regular cage they use for every other match. Being at NXT, I expect some kind of innovation, but if it's regular, hey, it is what it is. I'm actually going with Joe keeping the belt on this one, only because I'm looking forward to Finn getting brought into the main roster situation, and Joe just got the belt, and he fought for a long time to get into that championship position, and I feel like they just want to let him rock with it for a minute so they could just let people feel of why he's a heavyweight type guy. He needs to get a lot of wins, and the only match he's had so far is against Finn, so it's really not displaying his talents that great of what he could do as a champ. And Finn needs to come to the main roster already, so this is just like the final nail in the coffin type of thing. Put on a great show. I see Finn coming off of the top of that cage with that double stomp on Samoa Joe. I'm looking forward to that. Or brain buster off of the top of the cage. Should there be some other wild shit? But yeah, I'm going with Joe leaving with the belt.
Fucking killed Joe.
Finn transitioning. Yeah, that should be real.
Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, same.
Biggs, you got the same?
Yeah, I'm taking Joe. It's obvious too. You know what I mean? There's gonna be time for Joe to move on anyway. Still got Eric Young. Still got.
I forgot about EY being there too, because he didn't show up for the past couple weeks.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that they can actually bring through NXT and bring up. So, you know, as much as they're gonna gut NXT, there's still people there. You know what I mean? So, I just think people like Todd Dillinger, you know, Nakamura, because I don't think Nakamura's up right now. There's no need for him to move. You know, Samoa Joe's still gonna be there. You still got other people that haven't been on TV, so it's gonna free up people to really shine at NXT. You know what I mean? So yeah, Finn gonna lose.
True.
It's just a matter of how he's gonna.
Very true.
That's all. You know, they're gonna have him pass out, or he's gonna. I would legitimately have to win. You need to. Hey, Samoa Joe need to define and win right now. So this is gonna be it. This is gonna be that one right here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I'm hoping they add a couple matches too, because I mean, from what it's looking like, well, that's 5 matches only now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
I don't know why, because they get so much time.
Yeah.
They get.
Because they need it though. They need that time to get out everything they're gonna do. Final topic for the day. We got the UFC transition. Brock Lesnar. One night only, going back to bust some ass.
He's gonna face somebody ass probably.
Yeah, they probably gonna. I mean, really, it don't matter at the end of the day. We've seen what he does against the top guys there, so it really don't matter who the fuck they put in front of him. It's just the fact that this dude could keep going back and forth, real fighting or fake fighting, he's gonna fuck somebody up. at the end of the day, no matter where he goes. Poor CM Punk floating around over there, getting injured in trainings, and this man is going back and forth between WWE and UFC like it's for fun. Really, CM Punk just needs to give it up because at this point, there's really no excuse. Wait, Brock Lesnar almost died, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget, okay? The man was on his deathbed at one point, recovered from this, and is still fighting in UFC and WWE.
I
CM
forgot
Punk
about
has
that.
not
Yeah.
made it past training for a fight. That alone got to say something, people. CM Punk needs to humble himself. Just come on back. Come on back to WWE, man. Come on back to where people will let you do your little bit of real fighting that you can get away with without getting hurt. Because the minute someone puts boots to your face, it's over.
Word.
That's a fact.
It
So
is.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that Brock shit. I don't know if it's going to have any effect on wrestling at all. I mean, hopefully the man don't get injured and then take out from him fighting on SummerSlam or whatever the next future event's supposed to be that he's going to be on. I don't even see what the storyline could be of who he's going to go against. Like I said, that whole Goldberg shit is kind of funny how they play that commercial, so it might be something they'll think about. Other than that, I really don't see who he's going to be going against this. I mean, he already fought The Undertaker, already had Triple H, already fought for the belt. Like, what's really left? The Wyatts? I don't know. Like,
He needs to fight somebody new. You know what I mean? He need to fight somebody. I think honestly, he need to fight somebody new, and dare I say, he might need to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
I think
needs to
he's
get
gonna
pinned already.
Yeah, I think he need to fight one of the newer stars and take a loss. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt his resume. That's why I think he's gonna really hurt somebody at UFC 200, and then he's gonna lose in August. You know what I mean? But it has to be somebody new, somebody like a Kevin Owens or somebody like that. I wouldn't mind seeing him go at it. You know, I wouldn't mind.
yeah, that's true. I would that's one I didn't think about. I would like to see him go, but I don't know. I feel like he got some clause in his fucking contract that just says I can't lose. That's just ridiculous. Like every fight he has is short, and it's just domination, in and out, get your money and leave. So we'll see.
When was the last time he was pinned?
I have no idea, man.
Triple H? Did Triple H?
Triple H? I
No,
think.
not pinned. No. Wasn't it the Undertaker?
Did it take a pin him when in the Hell in a Cell?
Think so. Actually, yeah. Yeah, that was his last match. Yeah, so he might not lose his next match.
He passed out the Hell's Gate. He didn't get pinned.
Mm-hmm.
He passed out.
Then they had the rematch in Hell in a Cell. I think Undertaker won that. I think so. But
I don't remember.
Anyway, so I don't think it would hurt him to lose back to back. But I'm talking about Brock Lesnar, man. You know what I'm saying? He's literally the prize fighter. He's the real. That's where I think him and KO, the prize fighter mentality shit, I think it would be a good storyline. You know what I'm saying? Two prize fighters fight for prize.
Facts.
Not bad.
Yeah, looking back, I think we got through all the topics for the past week, past pay-per-views, upcoming pay-per-views, NXT. We don't got all the Money in the Bank matches yet, so of course we're going to wait to consider those storylines. Got Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and everything coming up, so hopefully they'll surprise us with a couple more news of what's going to be happening on Money in the Bank, and then we can come back and speak on it from there. So all we're going to be waiting on is we get the news and we report it to y'all. That's what we do. So yeah, we shall be back next week if anything. If anything pops up before that, we'll just pop out with a quick show during the week. If any surprise news do pop out. We thank y'all for tuning in and getting these views on us. And then anything y'all want to see us talk about, hit us up too, because we can make shows on topics. Right now, we just pretty much running on reviews, and we got future things. We got before the draft even happens, we're gonna have a show with our own personal drafts and see if any of us come close to what they actually do. So look out for that. And yeah, we will be back. People show the internet Smarks. Salute.
Salute.